We have expanded our excavation area to the west of where the headstones for Reuben Everett and Eddie Lockhart had been located in order to just get a sense of what's going on in that direction. And in the process, we've now exposed an additional 11 fully exposed graves, and one that's partially exposed, goes into kind of the north wall of our excavation trench. But for all intents and purposes, 12 additional graves, adult-sized graves, have been exposed there. And then on Saturday, we also continued excavation to the south of the block where that we excavated in 2021. So we extended that to the south, kind of going towards the fence line. And within that trench, we've now exposed an additional 5 graves that are adult size as well. Now we've got the rest of our Cardno team is on site, and so what they're going to be doing is picking up with the process of doing hand excavation to use finer grain tools in order to do that, to clean up those coffins, and so that we can get a better sense of each one of those graves, in order to get a sense of the construction style, the shape, whether or not there's any kind of hardware that's present. This is going to be part of our process of discriminating which ones we're going to proceed with in terms of exhuming those individuals and which ones we're actually going to leave in place, at least for now. Once we actually get the grave fully exposed and get the remains contained within it fully exposed, then that's where the Cardno team has a very innovative technique for how they do photogrammetry. They capture a lot of photographs, stitch those together in order to create a 3D model of that grave, and of the skeletonized remains, and so that's part of our in situ or in place documentation process. The remains, and then there'll be observations that will be made of the remains while they're in place and first exposed. Remains that are then where we decide that we're going to exhume them and take them to the forensic lab. Those will be stabilized in order to hopefully make them allow them to more safely make the trip between the excavation block over to our forensic lab. And much like last year, we're trying to do every step of this process as respectfully as possible. And so we're also anticipating having members of the Public Oversight Committee who are going to help us with the process of transporting remains from the excavation area to the forensic lab, with the assistance of a reverend or pastor, some similar member of the clergy.